this appropriate to wear to my first doctor's appointment in 380 days? I'm heading to my first doctor's appointment. Why did I go in today? Anytime you would listen to my heart, you would hear an irregular heartbeat. Since birth, I've had an irregular heartbeat. They gave me all this medication over 10, 15 years of my life. It never did anything. What would you like me to do, Mr. Doctor? Just continue going on the medication and not changing my diet? And why the hell do none of you ever address the root cause of the problem? Interesting. I'm down 100 pounds since my heaviest. I don't snore anymore. I don't have anxiety. I don't have IBS. My stomach doesn't hurt. I feel absolutely amazing. I'm thriving. And he's like, huh. My irregular heartbeat of 43 years, which is factually verifiable in all of my medical records, of which I have many, has... Carrie here from Healing Humanity with Sweet Pea, and for the first time in 380 plus days, I'm going to the doctor. What do you guys think of my shirt? What is this, an outfit, Jen? What do you guys think of my outfit? Is this appropriate to wear to my first doctor's appointment in 380 days? Beep. I eat only meat. Ask me why. There's the people in here. Wow. I just got out of my doctor's office, first time visiting in 380 plus days, because as a carnivore, I don't need to go to the doctor. Prior to this, I was in the doctor's office probably once a month, at least, for anxiety, depression, for my IBS, for the arthritis, for the gout I had in my foot, all the aches and pains and ailments and issues I had over the years. I was constantly in there. Cardiologist checkups, sleep appointment checkups, nothing for 380 days. Why did I go in today? I want to know if my heart issues have reversed. Since birth, I've had an irregular heartbeat. In kindergarten, I had to wear a big heart monitor, and back in those days, it was a big heart monitor to school. I remember I was all embarrassed about it. Middle school, elementary school, all throughout my life, I've probably worn a heart monitor probably 25, 30 times. Just a couple of years ago, I was wearing a heart monitor because I have this irregular heartbeat. Every single time I'd go into a doctor's appointment, they would check your heart. The nurse, the physician assistant, the doctor, they would check your heart, and every single time they would say, did you know you have an irregular heartbeat? I'm like, yeah, it's in my charts. Like, you guys ask this question literally every time I'm here. It wasn't just like every now and then. Anytime you would listen to my heart, you would hear an irregular heartbeat. Not anymore, though. On Carnivore, my irregular lifelong heartbeat, 43 years on this earth. One of those years was spent on the Carnivore Diet, no irregular heartbeat. The other 42 years on the standard American science experiment garbage diet, I had an irregular heartbeat. Every time it was checked. It's in my records. Every time I would go in for an appointment, the physician assistant, the nurse, they'd check my heart. You got an irregular heartbeat. I had AFibs. I've had so many heart monitors. It's all in my records. And every time I'd wear one of those heart monitors, the heartbeat was all over the place. I even had a couple AFibs in there. Although the cardiologist said he thought those were false readings, but he said they were false readings because my heart was beating so irregularly that it like misfired as a AFib, AFibs are really bad. I had a TIA mini stroke a couple of years ago. That was when they determined I have congestive heart failure. I have a low ejection fraction. That means my heart can't keep up with the needs of my body. So I told this doctor, I was like, I want to get my ejection fraction tested again. I said, I'm on no medication. I'm on nothing. I said, I'm down 100 pounds since my heaviest. I said, he's like, what were your issues? This is a completely new doctor, so I can't kill the messenger. Completely new doctor I've never seen before, new insurance. But what were your issues? I was like, my issues, like, how much time do you have? Clinical suicidal depression my entire adult life. I was on every SSRI antidepressant. I'm on none. I'm on no medication for that. I was diagnosed with IBS. My stomach was gurgling and bubbling and hurting me. Every single day I was suffering with stomach pain. Completely gone. Inflammation, arthritis, I had gout. I told them they wanted to do surgery on my foot. I was this close away from getting surgery. I saw 3 foot specialists. They wanted to do surgery. Gone. It's completely fixed on Carnivore Diet. I just can't believe this. I've mentioned this before on the channel. A couple months ago, Jen and I were watching a movie. She had her head on my chest as we're laying down in bed watching this movie. She said, Carrie, your heart is beating normally. What is going on? Jen and I have been together since 14. She's been to many of my appointments. She knows I got a weird heartbeat. She's like, your heart's just bump, 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 just like a normal heart. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not a doctor. I went to Walgreens and I bought a stethoscope. I checked it myself. I was like, wow, it sounds normal. But then in my head, I'm like, maybe it's just when I'm checking it. Maybe if I check 5 minutes later, an hour later, maybe it's going crazy again. No, I went in here, and like I said, every doctor's appointment, every single time they check it, they always say I have an irregular heartbeat. The nurse checked it. I was waiting for her to say, do you have a irregular heartbeat? She never said anything. She said, your blood pressure is amazing. My blood pressure was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. My pulse was perfect. And then she checked my heart and she didn't say anything. I said, did you hear anything weird? And she's like, what do you mean? I said, well, I've got an irregular heartbeat since birth. It's in my charts. And she's like, no, it sounded perfect. Your heart sounded perfect. She was like, when the doctor comes in, we'll have him check again too, but it sounded perfect. He came in and checked it. He was like, did you ever have a murmur? I was like, yeah, I mean, I had a murmur and an irregular heartbeat my entire life. He's like, you have neither. He's like, there's no murmur, there's no irregular heartbeat. Your heart sounds perfect. For the first time in 43 years. Like, does that not blow your mind? Is that not absolutely incredible? I mean, I've lost weight on and off throughout the years doing the keto diet. Never fixed my heart. Carnivore fixed my heart. Quick interruption. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in learning more about our documentary, Healing Humanity, The Power of a Proper Human Diet, or supporting it, please visit donate.healinghumanity.movie. Our goal is to reach millions of people that are hopeless right now, and sharing the examples of real people over the course of 1 year that are undertaking a proper human diet to overcome obesity, type 2 diabetes, depression, anxiety, fertility issues. We couldn't do it without you. We thank you so much. We are also selling these shirts, Healing Humanity, The Power of a Proper Human Diet. Every penny we get from those goes towards the documentary. And last, we have memberships. If you click the little join button, it's best to do it on desktop. Under any one of my YouTube videos, you can join and become a member. We have hundreds of members right now. We do members only videos. We do members only behind the scenes. You can email me as a member and I'll answer you. And every penny from that goes to support the documentary. And the last thing is we have these Redmond's portable salt shakers. These things are awesome. You can get the best salt. You can take it with you. We sell these on the website along with our water bottles and cutting boards, and every penny from all of those goes 100% towards supporting the documentary. You can also sign up for our newsletter, which is completely free. All of these links are in the description below. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to today's video. It's just, I can't wrap my brain around it. So now, several years ago, I had a mini stroke. I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. That means your heart can't keep up with the needs of your body. I believe that that too has been reversed on Carnivore Diet, but it's all speculation. And I'll have no idea until I get the test, but I have a phone number here in my pocket to make the follow-up appointment in the other clinic in the town over. They're gonna do a heart echo. It's like an ultrasound on the heart and it measures the ejection fraction, and they'll be able to tell me whether or not I still have congestive heart failure. Which, by the way, for the last 5 or 6 years, I was on all sorts of medication for that I've weaned myself off of. I'm on no medication now whatsoever. 0 medications whatsoever. So I'm gonna let you know, true or false, good or bad, maybe I still have the congestive heart failure. I don't feel like I do, because every symptom I had, lightheadedness, weakness, chronic fatigue, I couldn't do anything without losing my breath. They're gone on Carnivore. It's just insane. And this doctor, like, I don't want to kill the messenger. He seemed like a decent guy, although you got to see what he had hanging up on his wall. I'll show you a screenshot of that. He was just, I wanted him to say, like, what are you doing eating all this meat? Look at my shirt. Look at my shirt. I eat only meat. Ask me why. He never asked me. He knew. He was so quiet. He's just like, oh, interesting. I'm like, dude, I had lifelong depression. It's gone. Interesting. There's lots of research out here. I said, I've heard that the heart performs more efficiently while in ketosis. Maybe that's why my irregular heartbeat's gone. He's just like, oh, interesting. He didn't care at all. He's just, interesting. I'm like, I'm down 100 pounds since my heaviest. I don't snore anymore. I don't have anxiety. I don't have IBS. My stomach doesn't hurt. I feel absolutely amazing. I'm thriving. And he's like, huh. Interesting. I was just waiting for him to say something. I didn't want to take it all out on him, but I just wanted to say, what do you want me to do differently? Do you want me to continue doing what you guys told me to do that led me to being on 15 different medications that never fixed me? My entire adult life, I was suffering with all of these issues, depression, anxiety being the biggest one, but the IBS, the arthritis, the gout in the foot, all these aches and pains and everything I was going through. They gave me all this medication over 10, 15 years of my life. It never did anything. What would you like me to do, Mr. Doctor? Just continue going on the medication and not changing my diet? And why the hell do none of you ever address the root cause of the problem? Nutrition. I take my dog into the veterinarian and they say, what are you feeding this animal? I go in here, they don't ask you anything about what you're eating. The root cause of every single one of my issues that they put me on 15 different medications for, every single one of them was just the food I was eating. It was nutrition. They should be screaming at you about repairing your metabolic health. I've never heard a doctor once say anything about metabolic health. I guarantee you, though, they just did my blood work. They're going to get my cholesterol numbers. I'm going to get the statin phone call. How I need to go on a statin. That's all they talk about. If there was a metabolic health pill that made these hospitals billions and billions of dollars, that kept people on this lifelong metabolic health pill, I guarantee you they'd be telling me that. There is no pill. It's just the food you eat. They make billions of dollars getting you on these statins. It's like they're on a commission to sell these things out. They're just so eager to get these statins out to people. I guarantee you I'm going to get the call and say, oh, everything looks great, but your cholesterol is a little bit off. I'll have to send him the lean mass hyper-responder study that just came out that they're clueless about. Anyhow, I am so excited. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful. I thought I'd come in here and be like, yeah, you still got the irregular heartbeat. Maybe it's a little bit less. Maybe when you read it, it was off. It's gone. It's completely gone. My irregular heartbeat of 43 years, which is factually verifiable in all of my medical records, of which I have many, has reversed on Carnivore Diet. If that's not amazing and doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. I really don't know what will. That is just another thing to add to my list of 5,000 things that have improved by simply eating a proper human diet and doing what humans were naturally intended to do, and stop poisoning myself with all these crazy foods and seed oils and sugars and inflammatory foods that humans eat. Hope that helps you guys out. I will let you know once I get the ejection fraction tested whether or not I still have congestive heart failure. Now I'm going to eat my burgers. I just got some burgers. Little reward. Beep.